we're back. So we got a question from one of our Instagram followers, and she wanted to know, how does meditating and raising your vibration sometimes work better than getting readings?
Yeah.
In other words, she's asking, how do you take back your power instead of allowing a reading to be the end-all, be-all, and dictate an ultimate outcome for you in your life?
Yeah, because as we know, readings, they tap into the energy as it currently stands. So you can always change that energy. It's not set in stone. It doesn't have to be that particular way. The biggest power that you hold is your ability to visualize and see very, very clearly the outcome that you want. So if you know that you want a new job and someone is telling you in a reading that they don't really see anything coming for a certain amount of time, that's just based on the past choices that you have made. Maybe you weren't really applying at many places. Maybe you weren't looking in the right job category. But once you make that big change and broaden your scope and take what they say as kind of constructive criticism or just advice and apply it in an optimal way by not getting discouraged, but instead inspired to change, that makes all of the difference.
Yeah, it's kind of like, it's a rough draft.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be your final paper that you turn in.
Yeah.
So you can go back, you can revise, you can revisit if it's working for you, and maybe, you know, what you want or your desire has changed.
Exactly.
I'll give a personal example. Like when I was dating somebody in the past, even though I'm a reader for myself, sometimes we like outside opinion, third-party opinion, or just, you know, kind of like a doctor.
Yeah, exactly.
So I asked, and I was told, okay, yes, if you were to wait and be patient and let this person go through the journey and what they need to do, then sure, you could eventually be together. But as I revisited my desires for myself and my standards, that didn't fit my plan anymore.
Right.
So I realized I didn't want to wait for that person, and there were red flags along the way anyway. So even though they want to go through their journey, I just felt they didn't fit the mold of what I wanted. So I chose a completely different path and went way off script from what the reading was.
Yeah.
And now I'm in a new direction, a new path. So just because somebody says in a reading that it could be this way or that way, that does not have to be the ultimate outcome. You can choose something, and it could ultimately even be a better path for you.
Yeah, that's the power of free will. You're not indebted to your reader to stay the course. If something doesn't feel right, or we predict a timeline and you're like, okay, I don't really feel like giving this 6 months, you don't have to. No. You can literally go back to the drawing board, write what you want, like in a mate, for example, spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, sexually. Get that list together and really feel empowered, because we're in a universe that's never ending. It's not this stifling box where you only have, 10 options. You have the world at your feet. And the more confidence you have in that, the more you'll be able to manifest from a place of confidence and not rely on your reader as a crutch for your life plan, because that's actually not fair to the reader either. Because when you come back and you're like, why isn't my life happening the way I want it to? Well, you're not taking charge of it. And ultimately, that is your job. That is why you're here. The purpose of therapy, or the purpose of spiritual counseling, and the purpose of readings is to be a reflection of what you currently desire and what past choices you've made, the results that they're currently giving you. Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you want to adjust them? And doing that self-work and that introspection based off of that feedback and taking things from there. That's it. And Christine and I will be the first to tell you, we're not a fan of telling anybody to wait. Don't put your life on hold or become stagnant. It's, if you want to take a pause and completely do self-work, self-love, get your money right, and not date at all or whatever it might be, that's completely fine. But use that time to definitely meditate. That's why, going back to our question, meditating and raising your vibration is key, because that's about self-love and self-worth and getting yourself together outside of what other people are doing, because nobody can be your happiness. That is your responsibility. So if you're waiting on somebody to come make you happy and be your savior and your knight in shining armor, that's not going to happen. You got to fix yourself first. Yeah, and that self-doubt and low self-esteem drops your vibration, and you cannot manifest a happy experience from a low vibrational point. because like attracts like. So you have to feel confident. You have to feel in love with yourself for someone else to come in and be in a healthy love with you. But if you're very doubtful, you're down on yourself, you're constantly beating yourself up mentally and emotionally, then you're going to attract a partner who does those same things.
Yeah.
You're never going to attract someone who treats you better than you treat yourself.
Right.
And it's just going to last like that for the relationship. It eventually will reach a breaking point, and that person will feel like they're not getting what they desire in that relationship. You'll feel a sense of guilt from the relationship. So it is imperative for you, get a reading, take what they say, but still understand it is flexible. If you like what you hear, keep doing what you've been doing, because that's the energy that we're picking up on. That's the momentum you've created. Stick with it. But if you get a reading, you don't like it, you don't have to beat us up verbally. You don't have to just feel so down and wallow, but instead empower yourself to now redefine what you're looking for and just be open to next steps. And that's the exciting part, because life is fluid. It isn't just one direction or one dimensional. It has so many levels to it. So play with it and just have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So hopefully you enjoyed this. You know, we love getting requests. Hey. We love getting requests, so please let us know what you want us to talk about, what you want to know.
Slide in our DMs. Slide in our YouTube comments. Subscribe.
And as always, if you want a reading for yourself, to get into your own personal situation, truthintuitions.com. We have a Facebook group where we love an interactive community. It's called We Got a Vibe. And of course, follow us on Instagram, Truth Intuitions.
All right, guys. Until next time.
Bye.
Bye, Vibers.